And as a seasoned Pokemon trainer, is decades of experience under my belt, I can confidently say that this build for Gengar is nothing short of brilliant. The Choice Scar Force gives it an impressive speed boost, making Sludge Bomb a formidable attack. The Trick move is a fantastic addition to the mix, allowing you to outsmart your opponents with a well-timed switcheroo. If you are in the usual way, you could only obtain Gengar through online trading. But in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there is a method to acquire this Ghost-type Pokemon without that work necessity, to make it easier for players who don't have friends to trade with or lack an internet connection. All they need to do is talk to a nearby NPC character instead, and voila, Gengar can be yours. Unfortunately, even though the method for acquiring Gengar through trading remains valid, you'll need to locate the required Pokemon and hand it over to the NPC. Not only have Gengar from Generation 1 vital in completing your Pokédex, but it also makes an excellent offensive team member, particularly for those seeking a powerful Ghost-type Pokemon. To engage in trading with the appropriate NPC in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, start by visiting the Battle Court in Levincia first. Thereupon, you'll encounter an NPC named Blossom loitering near the arena periphery. She will propose a trade. She gives you a Haunter that will eventually evolve into Gengar, in return for which you should offer her Major Pinkerching. In case you haven't encountered a Pinkerton in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can easily find one at several beaches scattered across Paldea, as demonstrated in the video by Eric's Gaming. Interestingly, you can even catch a Pinkerton right outside Levincia city limits, near the seashore. After your trade with Blossom is finalized, Haunter will automatically evolve in Gengar without requiring any additional actions on your part. I'm sorry to say that just like any other trade, you won't be able to rename Blossom's Haunter, so you'll have to stick with Hauntikins. As a Haunter, Hauntikins Omnis has the Levitate ability, but once it evolves into Gengar, it will gain the Purse Body ability instead. This feature gives Gengar a chance to nullify any damaging move that lands on it. In the game Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there aren't many non-player character trades available. Among these limited options, one of the best Ghost-type Pokemon you can get via NPC trading in Pokemon Scarlet is particularly noteworthy. On the other hand, players engaged with Pokemon Violet might find it worthwhile to exchange Sinistea chips with the NPC in Zapopico. On this trade, we'll grant them the item required for another impressive Ghost Pokemon, Scarlet, to evolve. Having been around since Gen 1, Gengar is one of the franchise's most popular Pokemon. So it's no surprise that Gengar is always a popular player choice for mainline and games. There are lots of reasons to add Gengar to your lineup aside from its popularity though, as it is resistant to bug and poison attacks, immune to Norman and fighting attacks, and has a high special attack, 130. When putting together your team, it's crucial to consider a Pokemon's repertoire of moves, as it can significantly impact the Pokemon's effectiveness. Discovering that a powerful Pokemon lacks good and move options can be disappointing, but luckily, Gengar doesn't suffer from this issue. While the exact moveset is subject to player preference and depends on your TM inventory in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it's worth noting that there is a widely accepted optimal moveset for Gengar within this game. And that's our fans of the beauty, and I was accuracy 100, there's TC 60 APC after 15, max at 24, DZ City after service property, time left and after infra, another critical called, and after being maxed at 25 minutes. Between the folks of light, middle, strong, outside J representative, so more stupid supplies than the spills a result, and then more than 20% chance of lowering opponents' special defense. Gengar will learn this move naturally at level 48. TM114, find rewarded for beating a Montnerva gym, or you can find one along the wall of the Great Crater of Paldea if you take the path south of the Labale.
Can be crafted at a TM machine, but only after acquiring it at least once in the overworld. Materials: 8,000 LP, 5 times Ghastly Gas, 3 times Sandy Gas Sand, 3 times Sinistea Chip. Sinistea Chip. 2016.
Find rewarded for beating the Montnerva Djinn, or you can find one along the wall of the Great Crater of Paldea. If you take the path SW of Medali, it's never made by the cities, but only after high temperatures cannot get clear. So they have to take these measurements and the turbulent and the back of the spot. So this major character is the Sinistea Chip. Sinistea bag, special FT managements, charged records not seen in corporation about records in Sandy Gas, not to be for, but it's going to make a material. And then they save questions, and they all see motorcycles. Accuracy 100, mostly named. Effect 30% chance of poisoning the opponent. TM148 find found in the overworld, slightly NW of the leaking tower of Paldea fast travel point north of Alfornada. Craft can be crafted at a TM machine after beating Team Star's fighting crew. Materials: 10,000 LP, 3 times Grammar Toxin, 5 times Krogun Poison, and 3 times Fungus Spores. Found in the overworld, slightly new of the leaking tower of Paldea fast travel point north of Alfornada, and then created a lot of busy systems. And now are probably only changing our play to be a little bit worse, happy with. And it was a tightened point of contracting. Obviously the out matters, new great materials, 10,000 LP, 3x Grimer Toxin, 5x Krogunk Poison, and 3x Fungus Spores. And we wouldn't make you second content, now it's going up again. I don't know, accuracy 100, you know, it's not really, it's the effect switches held items with the opponent. The move permanently switches items in wild battles, but items will be returned at the end of trainer battles. And then go out in the die after windmills, getting a roof in service that cooks and buildings skate down in especially those restoration. They're just a boom, and the boom it isn't even 4-fan. It comes out to shell with stars fighting crew. Materials: 5,000 LP, 3 times Sableye Jam, 3 times Shuppet Scrap, and 3 times Sinistea Chip. And a classic find near the cliff by the windmills in West Province Area 1 on the roof on the NW end of Cascarafa. Cascarafa near the cliff by the windmills in West Providence Area 1. On a roof on the NW end of Cascarafa, and craft can be crafted after beating Team Star's fighting crew. Materials: 5,000 LP, 3x Sableye Gem, 3x Shuppet Scrap, and 3x Sinistea Chip. Materials: 5,000 LP, 3x Sableye Gem, 3x Shuppet Scrap, and 3x Sinistea Chip. And so 120 don't want to really take them sitting every 10 pilot diet. Everything I don't have this point where I don't have the second heavy diet up and is what's sitting into that power. 120 give us is accuracy 70, and you might over rush what over is natically offering yourself possible, and that outspace slash didn't. And it's the government of that. It's the problem is proceeding effect 10% chance to lower the opponent's special defense by 1 stage. TM158 find on top of one of the circle pillars that are part of the circle building near the Alfornada Djinn. Craft can be crafted after unlocking this move at least once. Materials: 12,000 LP, 3 times Metatite Sweat, 3 times Impotent Hair, and 5 times Flamigo Down. Don Kit's right way to be a forced Christmas towards the temple of the Christmas rider opposite on the kits. And then he has the Christmas. You can walk up to Tempo's distance and what's going on from the space station.
Well, what possibly did with the distance is that...
And it's really nice. A lot more detailed in that avenue as well. We do teeth. We appreciate. And for this build, the best pick is the Choice Scarf.
Players can tweak this strategy slightly by opting for Sludge Wave over the Sludge Bomb in double battles, as it reduces the likelihood of poisoning, but is less effective. Alternatively, they might consider a combination of Hex and Will-O-Wisp, or even employ the Nasty Plot TM to change things up.
And keep in mind that Gengar learns various moves based on the game you're playing, similar to most Pokemon. So when adding Gengar to your team or filling out your Pokedex, this trade illuminates the need for the potentially lengthy and risky process of surprise trades featured in other Pokemon games. In essence, players of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have a secure method to acquire a Gengar